and Team Grattan out of the Gage Curling Association in New Brunswick. I'm Hugh Avery, and with me today is Rob Beliveau. Rob, what do you think of tonight's matchup?
It's a matchup.
It's a matchup.
It's great. I mean, we have Team Grattan here, who's represented New Brunswick several times at the Briar, and home club Team Everist, Bryce Everist here, and both teams trying to get into the next round. Yeah, this is going to be an important game.
Important game for Everest. It's a do or die, and he's got to get a lot of luck. He's a record of 1-2 loss, and he's out. And a win doesn't guarantee you anything. It just means you're in potentially a pool of a whole lot of people, and it'll come down to the last straw. So he won the last straw challenge. So he has hammer in this game. And for Team Grattan, they're at. I think this is only their second game, or third game, sorry. I think they're 1-1. And so they'll want to keep that record alive to make the playoffs. And so Rob, we got 3 other games going on tonight. Over on sheet 1, we have the women's draw between Team Christensen and Team Zemelink. Unfortunately, both those teams are out of it mathematically. We know who our women's teams are in the playoffs, and 2 of them are playing on sheet 2. That is Team Black from Halifax and Team Taranzoni, the reigning world champion. They're both at 3-0. The winner of that game
and also number 1 ranked in the world currently. Small thing, but big thing.
So the winner of that game will win that pool, but it has a chance to get a direct qualifier to the semis. The loser of that pool will go into the quarterfinals. So they're both going to make it. The winner of that game wins that pool. And then on sheet 4, we have Team Deg from Halifax and Team Curtis out of Newfoundland. Again, both those teams are mathematically out of it, just playing tonight's game just for some good competition.
For the fans. Yeah. For the fans. And for practice.
So we're already in. This will be an interesting. Game. See how aggressive Everest is. Nothing to lose here, so I think you might see them being really, really aggressive, and may put some pressure on Grattan.
Yeah, we see these first stones come in with guard here at the top 12, couple down in the top 4, and
so slightly new path. I was throwing 14.5 pulled for the draws, so that's.
Talking paths here now, so they're recounting back on previous experiences on the sheet. Going to come in here and sit on top of this yellow on the 4. I don't know about you, Hugh, but I like to always check with our crowd and see who's out there and where they're from. If you're tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from and which team you're cheering for. You can even help us armchair coach some of the shots they make. Let us know in the chat.
So a good little shot there.
Good thing you didn't listen to me.
James recognizing how good those 2 Red Rocks are positioned. Even if they don't have the hammer, he's going to try to clear up that front because they're in such a good position that he's going to ask Paul Dobbs in the second stone to try to clear things up.
Opens up the front. We're in draw 12 here. Crowd funneling in on a Friday night. Hugh upstairs.
Yeah, there's some music going on upstairs. Live entertainment.
Food, good food.
Same path that I just served, so
and
a sliver
bars
slower.
going. And it should be a good night at the Halifax Curling Club. And the admission is
free, no charge.
No charge. So,
high value, no charge. The only time you'll ever get that.
Yeah, I mean, where else can you come and see the reigning world champion of the sport? And it costs nothing to get in and watch. So I know we had some fans of Taranzoni came 4 hours, drove 4 hours yesterday, I guess.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Ooh, almost gassed it.
Fantastic. It's great here at the Halifax Turning Club. This is we're in our 6th year of running this event. Started out as a men's event, only women for the last 2, and now this is the 3rd. Really great to see both sides represented here. Equal purse, which is also really awesome, and a good sized purse for an Atlantic Canada event.
Yeah, I think this is the largest purse in Eastern Canada.
Yeah.
25,500 and purse for each men's and women's event, so $51,000 total. I know on the women's side, besides the slams, it's one of the bigger tournaments going, and so great to have such a good event. And it doesn't hurt that the slam is in Pictou County next week, so we got a few of the teams that will be competing in that here this week. Just getting won't have that time, the jet lag or anything like that when they come east, so they'll be ready. So we'll have to cheer for the teams that are playing in this tournament when they play next week in Pictou. So I think you got Team Jones,
should be fine.
Randy, Ha, Terranzoni, and Black, I think, are all going to be competing in that.
Constantini?
Constantini, did I say that?
I'm not sure.
Them. So
Good. Yep. Hard.
so this is Chris McRae.
Touch center, Steve. Touch center. Still pretty good. Stay on it. Keep going.
Over the nose here. I think it's just over curling a bit.
Not a good shot there. That one over curl took out
Clears
the
out the house.
Got rid of his red instead of line 2. James wanted to clear things up, and now we get an empty house. So this is Joel Kratz at 3rd. This is a new addition to Team Grattan this year.
Down.
Last year, Joel was playing the younger team, Owen Purcell, and there was a bit of a mix-up on those teams. So Joel found a spot in New Brunswick. I think Scott McDonald, who played with Grattan previously, out of Ontario. So James scoured the country looking for a 4th player and found a good one in Joel.
Joel's played in this event now 3 times.
Yeah, I think he actually won it one year. I think.
No.
They have won it with Gushu.
Was he with Gushu?
I don't.
No, that was Young who played with.
No, not in the
No?
tournament. It was either. No, it wasn't. It was
Young.
McNeil Lambswood.
Or Lambswood, that's right.
Lambswood,
Yeah.
McNeil, I can't
Yeah.
remember. No, there's a flash there by Paul Dexter. Yeah, I'm sorry, it was not Joel. I know that there was a year there that Gushu played with a couple of the younger teams during COVID. So I think Joel might
Was Liam's Hendworth, and then Liam's Hendworth was in the year after, which was kind of neat.
Yeah.
With his own
Joel
team.
might have played with Gushu in another tournament.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
So that was the year that Jeff Walker, because of COVID, couldn't come down and play.
Great to see teams, new teams and old teams coming back, and Team Everest has played in all of them.
Yeah. They qualified. They've qualified in the tournament, the playoff round. I think at least once or twice.
Yeah.
And, so this end is turned around with clearing stones by Grattan, because they were in some trouble early on, and the rocks were really positioned well for Everest, and then some great shots by Team Grattan to clear it up, and then a flash by Paul Dexter, and now now the pressure's on.
Anything.
Pressure on Team Everest.
Good.
So that's a nice shot by Paul.
Yeah.
Good rebound and position those rocks a little closer, and hope Everest will be hoping to get a chance at a double and get a chance at a blank.
Great to have this event running here. 40, 50 different club volunteers it takes to pull this off.
Yeah, an event this size takes a lot of people volunteering. There's a core committee that had been working since probably last year.
Yeah. Since the last one finished to start right away.
You start right away, and there's truth to that. And so a lot of new blood this year, volunteers. A lot of the club has a lot of newer members, and it's kind of nice to see a bit of a transition. And I think well, there's an opportunity to set up a double for that. So it's how Paul's last shot set up this a nice roll by him last time. Set up this possibility. So, yeah, this is the third year. The event has been chaired by Teresa Breen.
Thanks, Teresa. Great job.
Yeah, you can do it fourth year if you like. I think Teresa has had a 3-year commitment, so I'm not sure who's going to take over the reins next year. I think there's a couple people lined up, I think. But thanks to, I think there's a big thank you owed to Teresa for the past 3 years.
In recognition back to Stephen Thompson, who was the creator. In the day, I was president of the club at the time when the idea came forward, and I was like, what, we can do this? We have a plan for this? How is this going to work? And Stephen really navigated the waters and pulled it off, and then the rest of us became believers and kept running with it after, right?
It's been growing ever since, so great idea by Stephen to bring in some talent, like an opportunity not only just to have an event for the high performance teams from around Atlantic Canada, but giving them an opportunity to play against some of the best in the world. And so each year we've had
big names
here.
It always should have went, but it's enough that you still got to hit a decent
pick. We've had Canadian champions playing in the event.
Yeah. And international, we've had Bruce Mowat. We've had
Olympic champions in the event. And,
Gushu, Schwaller, Joel Returnes.
Yeah.
The last men's Olympics semis, all 4 of the teams had played here at the Halifax Run Club. As we're seeing here, the sheet is empty down at the end. Jamie Grattan with his second and last throw of the first end.
He's just looking to test out his draw weight, see where it is. And, he's testing out an area, and Bryce has an opportunity to blank, still has to make it, hit and roll out, and try to blank it and get the hammer on the even ends. This is one of those lows, a blank end, but a blank end that had some really good shots.
Yeah, both teams are kind of feeling it out, seeing how they're doing. Getting used to the ice. They've played on it a few games now, and even what's interesting, we've heard this from a few teams that, Everist, who plays out of this club, some would think there's home ice advantage, but the amount of work and prep that goes into this to make this ice what they would call arena level ice even takes the home teams for some prize.
Yeah. They have the advantage probably knowing the rocks, right? They would know the rocks better than teams visiting, but just like we know the rocks when we play Monday nights, right, Hugh?
Yeah,
there's red ones and yellow
ones.
Maybe.
And we throw them and they hit something.
One color. That was a bit of a miss there by Bryce. He'll take a single point. Got a bit of a just didn't roll out and.
Wanted to clear that out.
Get the hammer now.
Right where he hit it. It was it was laser, just half head tight, and it just never came up.
And there you hear it. He was a half tight and laser. That'll do it. So now we have James Grattan with the hammer, and I'm not sure if his son Drew Grattan is watching. Your dad wanted to say hi. I understand you're over in Summerside.
Line's
and
good.
Your team is playing in a STEELE
good.
over there. Maybe if you go online and chat, let us know if you won the game. We'll let your dad know.
Look at you getting into the online chat, huh? Yeah.
I know.
You're absorbing
really becoming young again.
We don't have any comments yet in the chat, but
so Drew, you got to let us know if you won your game.
Come on, Drew, cheer here.
And
let us know.
You can criticize your dad, and we can share your advice after the game. If he's doing some
armchair
silly,
coach.
If he's doing some silly call, let us know, and we'll wrap on the ice or the glass and
tell him.
Tell him.
Well, that would be probably not appropriate.
Probably not appropriate, but doesn't mean we won't do it.
Hope you're enjoying the streaming here at the Stu Sells 1824 Halifax Classic. Stu Sells Realty, Stu Sankey, up to about, I think, 8 events now. When we joined in on this group, I think we were 5th or 6th, and Stu continues to be an advocate for curling. You know, certainly, and down here, you know, even talks to teams, helps recruit teams. Super thanks to him for helping get this off the ground.
Line's good. Line's easy. Easy. Right off. It's gonna be Paul. Paul, you gotta go if you're in. You got no guard right now, so you might as well go.
Still don't have any comments in the chat, Hugh.
No.
We're still looking for Drew. If you're out there, let us know how you did in Summerside.
Get an update on sheet 1. Zimmelink with a big 3-ender over Team Christensen to up 3-0. Got my eye over on the Terranzoni Black game, and
it's a big game over that sheet.
Big game, and there's a lot of rocks.
Yeah,
there's a lot of rocks to play. It looks like Terranzoni's lying 1. I think
they're 1 and.
No, they're 1. Black's 2.
1 and 3.
Maybe 1 and 3.
Yep.
Hard to tell. There's a lot of rocks in the forefoot and the button area.
Big game over there. Both those teams have been undefeated to this point, and trying to get that top spot coming in.
Yeah, trying to get the direct entry into the semifinals on Sunday. Tomorrow is Saturday. We will have a couple more.
Is tomorrow Saturday?
Apparently, that they're doing it again that way. After Friday, they're going to do Saturday again.
Tomorrow is Saturday. That's right.
So we have a couple more draws.
Well, 9-9
curling, and then we will be in our quarterfinal matchups tomorrow evening, and then the semis are on Sunday morning, and then finals Sunday afternoon.
Guard.
Admission is free to come down to the club. You don't have to pay to get in and watch this. If you're in the local area or near area, come on down. Where can you go and watch this type of curling for free? You?
Well,
here.
I could be home sitting on my couch watching it.
Well, you could, but not live in person.
No, gosh, no.
Entertainment, food,
no, right.
And
there is a bit of a lag in the timing. In fact, I was watching a game streaming upstairs on Wednesday, and so it was coming down to the last rock, and I went over to look and watch it live, and it was they'd already shaken hands, and so there's a bit of a time lag between the. I had to run back to see if she made. I couldn't tell. I thought there was a flash, and there was. So it looks like Terranzoni stole a point in that game with Black.
Good. Yep. Control. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Calling hard here for Dexter on the sweep to get past their own stone, come down and
rolls out. It's Chris McRae.
10-2.
Yeah, all the players on this team, on the Everest team, haven't missed an event.
No. Should almost get an alumni pin.
They need one. That's something you should do next year.
Well, you are the president of the Halifax Curling Club. You are the president. You get to pick that, don't you?
Whoever's the president next year will have.
But you could set that
Yeah, I'll just say that it's an expectation
Leave that
that
with
they
somebody.
do it, and then I can just leave the work for somebody else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweeping hard to get this below that
That's a
red
nice,
at the top 12. And
Nice shot by Paul Dobson there. Half of it's buried, and you can see part of her, but
yeah.
Yep, nice, good release.
Right now, Bryce Everist looking to come down and tap that.
it's going to curl a little bit.
It's hanging out there a bit, but now they are calling for the sweep to hold the line. So it looks like they're past that red stone. They're going to hit it. Will the shooter stick?
Yeah, the shooter's going to stick around. He's lying
There we
too.
go.
So, what's James do here?
And the two are far enough apart that there's one's below cover and one's far enough away. No chance for a double for James Grattan to try to eliminate them. So it's going to have to deal with them one by one and try to work his way over to give the team a chance.
His thought is to hit this red one, and be careful though. Part
hit and
buried,
roll.
part buried, and behind that yellow, and so Joel will have to make sure he gets out there. Be close. Gotta go on this one. It's
They get past.
They get past.
And
it
maybe not quite the roll they wanted, but they got enough.
A roll. He wanted a bit more of a roll. I think the roll, he could roll back actually. I think and still avoid the jam. But Bryce has asked him to roll more to the center, so.
To the center, or even on top of his to try to provide a guard, but
no, I think that would just set up the double.
just to, yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Solid, solid, solid. It's big. It's big.
And Paul waving his hand, looking for it to curl.
9-6. Oh, it was close.
Double there?
Yeah, there is a double for sure.
Not on our Monday night team, it's not.
Oh, it could be, but we wouldn't call that.
Be by accident.
It would be by accident. Just hit something is usually what I tell you to do, and
Well, you tell me to hit the broom,
yeah,
and you hope from there. don't
broomish.
you? Solid normal. Calling for a sweep here to try to carve it down, or as I learned from Maria earlier today,
Knifing it?
Knifing it.
Yeah.
So didn't know we went from carving to knifing.
Wow.
Got to get up on this, you know.
You need the lingo. You're too,
I know,
you're too
I know.
old to
Just
know
a
what the
just a regular club curler who sweeps to stay active.
right. You need to
I kind of like drawing.
chat with some of those youngins.
That's right.
You don't need all the lingo.
You ever draw there?
Well, you would know. You're a big
If
sweeper.
you don't bury
Oh,
it,
yes.
the double and roll.
Knifing.
I don't hate rolling back over to center
I
and
try
trying
to
to get
keep
by
my
the high
broom
side.
head clean. I go through one every 3 or 4 years, even if I don't need to.
Okay.
Um,
Tough job sweeping
Ball is
behind the tee
mine.
line for you.
Yeah. It is.
Hugh and I curl together Monday nights here at the Halifax Curling Club. Both members played together for a few years, have a lot of fun. Really fun club to play out of, honestly. And obviously we're biased. But every curling club out there has its thing, and we know that you all curlers watching know what this is all about. So Hugh and I might banter a little bit tonight. Just what we do.
So Bryce is going to try to come around that the Grattan stone, use that as a guard.
Line's good.
Going on the offense a little bit here, up
Easy
1-0.
Well, no, he's down 1-0, so he has the hammer though. So
It's
he can
Dexter's
afford to be a
rock.
little more
Paul's
aggressive. But
rock.
this one's way out there, and he's
You're
gonna
14.5.
needs to curl
Might
a
be on
ton.
its own.
It's curling a little
Let
bit
it
here
sit.
now.
Just let it sit. Let it sit.
I think that score is wrong. I think.
Okay.
Oh, no, you're right. He did hit on the nose, didn't he?
Say that again, would you?
You are
please?
right for a change.
Please say that again.
You're right. He didn't steal. I apologize. It was. I knew it was a miss.
It was the force for one, the miss, but it was a 1.
Right.
So he's up by 1 and now going a bit offensive to.
I just said that so the people watching can go, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Just wanted to make sure you were all watching the game.
Back to the banter. I already told our viewers that this was about
I have to give
happen.
Rob one right thing every draw, or he won't come back. So.
But that Everest stone is behind the tee line, so gives an opportunity for Grattan to come down to it. And it looks like that is the broom call here with Kratz on the broom. They come down and lock to that. Hugh, what is Bryce looking at for his last shot?
Oh, he's looking at the rings. He's looking at the broom. Well, he'd be looking at maybe if he freezes perfectly, you could probably freeze right back on top.
And still be shot rock.
And be shot potentially. Just depends. I think this one's back far enough that if he freezes to it, Bryce has a shot to freeze right back. And this one's really going though, and they're on yellow.
Died off quickly there.
I don't know who number 2 is. Oh, obviously it's red.
I think it's red.
That's my call.
You gotta get around it because if I.
Yeah, no, I can see.
Then you're here. Okay. You're 14 and a half. I think
so
15's the
if
number.
Bryce can put one, that stagger out there could be really troublesome for James. This Bryce puts one in there, top 4. He'll have to draw to the button to count him. So last stone for Bryce Everist. Bryce, a new dad.
Yeah.
Baby, 3 months old. And then Carly, congratulations. And Carly's out there, I think, as well. She's on the adjacent sheet.
Who's taking care?
Who's watching the
Same
baby?
path.
Actually.
Same path.
Yeah.
Just 2 left.
Who's take care of the baby?
Easy. Running. Easy. You're running like it's hot. Running. Paul's Rock.
The two of them
Paul's
also
Rock.
play mixed doubles together.
Yeah, they've been
Yeah,
provincial
you're the
champions
same.
multiple times.
Paul,
Strong mixed doubles team.
Yep.
So this one's coming in a little warm.
Yep.
Going to come down, lock in though. Just
a bit of a
little
miss
separation
there,
though. A little separation there, right?
Bit of it. Well, it's a miss because if anything, you can be light
and let the sweepers bring it in.
Well, be light and be light, and you don't even have to be number. You don't even have to be number 2. If you're light, it makes James's draw tough still, right? If you block that hole.
No, absolutely.
But now James just follows that rock down, has a pretty easy draw with backing. So Bryce won't be happy with that shot.
Talking about Carly and Bryce, give a quick shout out there to our viewers. If Jane and Rob are watching, Jane, former president here at the Halifax Rowing Club, and Rob helped out in so many ways. Other ways, treasurer. Both curlers here. Not sure if you're watching, but if you are, just a hello from Hugh and I.
Maybe they're babysitting.
Maybe they're, well, not, I feel like they'd be here babysitting if they were around, but if, shout out to both of you.
Yeah.
We see this Yellowstone come down.
Yeah,
this one,
that's he had the backing. That was that's unfortunate for Bryce. He had them in a really tough spot and just came a little deep, a little warm, deep. And he'll be kicking himself for that. He had a really great opportunity, but that's all right. They controlled that end, and so that's the positive you take from it. You had an opportunity to steal big, and
unforced error in a way, without hammer, which is
they'll take it. They're forced to 1. They get their hammer back and get a whole new ball game. 1-1 after 2 ends.
Says it might be picking right out of his hand, so he must have felt something on that delivery that didn't feel right. Puts that in the top 12. Bryce immediately calling for the team to get rid of that yellow stone sitting up there. A little bit outside, calling for the outside sweeper to knife it or curve it down. Makes the hit. Now we see Andy McCann being called to make the takeout on that Everest stone out on the wings, and does so successfully. And now we have a open house again here in the third, tied 1-1. Close game. As these two teams face off and
Chris's rocks. It's gonna be Chris's rocks.
Take game.
Not really curling here. So worried about being right now. Just a little spinny and it just carried. Just a little, yeah, just a bit. Still didn't do much. No. I just gave it. A little afraid of it.
Always sometimes nice to just give a little pause as commentators, as much as we like to talk and hear the teams talk from the ice level. It's really something that interesting to see the insight as they talk through their shots. A lot of times we hear streams where us as commentators talk over the ones on the ice, and you know the ice gives you an insight to what they're thinking and wanting to do. So
you're sort of like a nice whisperer.
I try. I you know. Let the teams talk, Hugh. Let
I
the
suspect
teams
anybody
talk.
who's watching is probably tuned into the Turns on the Black game. I suspect that's.
Well, we do have some viewers. I can tell from the power of YouTube that some people are out there watching us. Now, probably not because of you and I.
No, no.
So
definitely not.
why would we speak and not let the team speak?
Right? It's true. Nice little hit, roll, roll little. That's not a bad roll. I don't mind that actually.
No.
Yeah.
Be careful of the
Chatting
rub,
the
but
whole
Paul can see it all. I suspect. Let me see him behind the hack. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
If I can see it all, he can see it all.
Do it anyway. Just curling. That I talked. Yes, no, yes, no.
About mid-season for a lot of these teams, as they're all playing and working towards wanting to peak in their respective provincial championships, looking to go to the Scotties and the Brier. Would normally have previously said a certain sponsor's name, but now it's the Montana's Brier, not the other Coffee Brier. Something's going on here, isn't it, Hugh, at the Halifax Curling Club in January in Nova Scotia?
Oh
yeah, we're hosting a couple of little events. This the provincial Scotties and the provincial Tankard.
Ah,
So we're having
a couple little events.
A couple little events. So yeah, we're excited to host the provincial championships here at the Halifax Curling Club for the next 3 years. And this is the first of 3 in a row. And we're really looking forward to it. I know the teams are a lot of competitive teams curl out of our club, and so get to save on some hotel rooms and some travel, and can sleep in their own beds and save them some money, and playing some really good ice with Adam McKernan as our ice maker here, and so he'll have the ice in the similar conditions. So that's why you see all the competitive teams from the area are in this tournament, wanting to get the practice.
Yeah, that was good.
Absolutely. No, it's great to see a home for that event, and you know, obviously this club having reputation of hosting an event like this, I would hope we'll see some similar coverage and festivities for that event.
Yeah, I think we're going to have the live streaming on again, and well, I'm sure we'll have some entertainment. It is the provincials; it should be a big event, and we were, as you're well aware, Rob, I think you probably mentioned on other broadcasts, we had a bit of a flood on
I did mention it.
Natal Day weekend.
Whatever thing you want.
Left the club that Friday night. And came in Tuesday after the long weekend and discovered that an ice machine had busted on the top floor and ran for the weekend. And so our facility was flooded, and only a couple of weeks ago we didn't have carpet on the floor, we didn't have gyprock on the wall in the main area. We now have dressing rooms and carpets on the floor, and it almost looked like not a whole lot happened. But if you look behind a few doors, you'll see
you'll see some studs.
But we made it. And
great job, Hugh. You and the team here making it come together.
I thought he was good out of hand.
Who's led part of the renovation, is kudos to her and the team, and a lot of patience for a lot of people. And this event started on Wednesday, and if you were at the club on Monday, you were wondering how it could start on Wednesday. Well, the carpet went in on Tuesday, so so there you go. But we're ready to roll, and we'll be even better for the Tankard and the Scotties.
Yeah, no, it's great to have, knowing that event's coming to a place with great ice, great hospitality. And as we move here in the third end,
we did.
Tied 1-1.
I'll be looking to hit and roll here.
It's a little more. 10. It's regular.
It's regular weight. They say 10, so that's a pretty control weight.
Talked about that in an earlier broadcast, the difference between the numbers versus what some club curlers may be familiar with, and 10 being control, 9 being
just
heavier.
A little heavier, yeah.
Normal.
Yeah. Well, it depends whatever, like it's
the hog-to-hog timing of the stone. We had a few viewers on the live stream here a couple games ago ask about the things hanging from the players' waists, and we said it was stopwatches. And, you know, one of the things with this event, as much as it is, high-performance elite curlers, we have a lot of new viewers that tune into this and always try to bring a little bit of education to it. And, the stopwatches are part of the play, both with when the player leaves the hack and releases the stone at the hog line, known as a split, and then also the hog-to-hog, which is the total time. And there's
different measurements. And often you'll get one person who's sweeping and take one, and the other one take the other. And then sometimes people rely on their watches a little too much. I think we witnessed that in an earlier draw where they were hollering a certain distance, and I said at one point, no, I don't think so. I think it's running a little quicker. And sometimes you'll see the top teams now, they kind of just put the watches away, and it's all just visual.
Yeah.
Bring them out if they see something just to make sure. And
kind of like a double check, like a confirmation.
Yeah. I mean, they're obviously getting times, but they're not. I shouldn't say they're not taking times. They are taking times, but they're not relying on it. Like they still always rely on just sight as the.
I sometimes time you on Monday nights of how long it takes for you to clean the stone and get ready to shoot.
No, I'm a pretty fast player, Rob.
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't waste a lot of time. It's either a hit or a draw, in turn or out turn. That's it.
Back to those, maybe tuning in. Hugh and I play together every Monday night here, and sometimes we banter. So
Anything, Paul. Anything.
Appreciate you joining us here in this 1-all game in the third end. Team Everest against Team Grattan.
Not getting the roll, and the rolls have been tough for the folks. They start the carving to get it going, or now you call it knifing.
Knifing, carving, yeah. Moving the rock.
And maybe a little too quick sometimes, and then they overcompensate, and so they're a little reluctant to do that. So just tough to get that roll.
We've seen that all days, the hit and roll, and really that's what we see with some of the teams that are, doing well with their shots, their scoring, the ability to precisely place the stone after the hit where they want to leave it for the next team to, be the teams that are making those are the ones that have the records that are moving on.
Yeah.
Here, right out of the hands, gotta go. Sweepers on it.
They have to go, or you're going to roll out. I think this one is not.
They're going to catch it, but it's not going to stick. No.
And so that's a great opportunity now for Bryce. Bryce comes around. He could certainly split. Might be the easier. I like the split actually.
Yeah.
You come around your deep, that gives them an out. You split this, going to make a tough double for James, and good opportunity for a deuce here for Bryce.
Yeah. Yep. Right.
Our viewership is rising, Hugh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're up.
Oh, we're moving.
Hope you're enjoying this stream. Stu Sells 1824 Halifax Classic. This event does not happen without the generous support of our sponsors. STEELE SUBURU here of the men's event. Other partner sponsors, Murphy Hospitality Group, Prince Edward Island Brewing Company, Crombie Reet, Scotia Square, and the curling store as this stone comes down.
Really close.
Looking to get a split here. Put one in the rings. The other.
Really great rock.
Oh, that's a great shot. Great shot.
Oh, that was the
that was it.
Rock.
That was for two.
Oh yeah. I'm half asleep here, and obviously I missed the call. I thought the option could be to come around, and obviously it wasn't to come around. It was a split to get
I was on it, Hugh.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. You got my back.
I'm not used to.
Well, it would have been a great call anyhow. So good shot by Bryce.
Great shot.
From the short end of it. Seeing that from the long end.
Came up a little deep on his one in the last did. So great shot to recover for that. We get 4 for 4.
You had to crash a little harder than I thought.
You were mentioning earlier, the stats of some of these teams, and they already know whether they're in or out of moving forward, but they're all still moving forward in their season, going for the greater goal of within their provinces and territories, trying to get to those provincial events. So, every game is an opportunity to work together, to shoot together, and make themselves better for the next one, right?
Line's good. Line's good.
It's become very philosophical.
No, you're right. They don't want. They have an opportunity to play,
every
right?
Game they're looking for. Every game they're looking for something positive to grow by, and they're using all these opportunities. These are cheap games. Entry fee $1,200 to play in the tournament, which is pretty standard for a quality event, and so they got to take full advantage of playing the top competition. So
absolutely,
you were at 13-7.
So that's where I was going.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm only rising. It's late. We're on the evening draw. It's more like you can be a little bit more
liberal.
Yeah. We're a little unorthodox, a
little unorthodox crew here, but it's more about having some
Speak
fun.
for yourself.
Well, we usually call them as we see them. Over on sheet one, a bit of an update. Christensen came back with a deuce in the second end, and now just trailing 3-2. And it's a veteran squad. They playing against a younger team, Zimmelink. Just looking for other. I saw on sheet two, Christina Black had her draw right in her back pocket because she was facing a bundle.
Right.
And she made a nice shot to tie that game up on one against Terranzoni. And
again, that's a big game.
Big game.
Big game.
And sheet four, Daigle gets reduced in 2 to go up 2-1 over Stacey Curtis, playing the third there with Curtis with the hammer. So nice little tap by Taylor Adele, assistant golf course superintendent, originally from Calgary. So shout out to family out west.
Yeah. You're watching, put it up in the stream, say hi.
These guys have 3 spiels before the provincial playdowns. They played in the CFB cash spiel, or 4 spiels in Mayflower already this season, and we'll play in Fredericton at the event there. So not a big spieling schedule, but you know that's they're not spieling as much as some of the other teams, but.
Costs money to move around, and
it costs money, but they're a solid squad, and
yeah,
nobody will be taking those guys for granted when the tanker time comes around. They can beat anybody who's in it. So haven't had their A game entirely this weekend, but they're still in it. They're still alive. They can get a 2-2 record and hope. And he had some close ones. They had a really great game against Felix Asselin this morning, and Felix would
tight game.
I'd say probably playing the best of the teams that I've seen so far on the inside.
Yeah.
Really strong team. So
it's tight. It's just tight.
Should be fine.
It's tight.
Felix coming off of his recent bronze medal at the World Mixed.
Yeah.
Partner Laurie St. George also here on the women's side, and
they're not having the week then that I thought they would.
No.
They're in a tough pool too.
Yeah.
I really think they're in a tough pool. They're in with Grandy, Ha, and Christensen, and tough pool. Well, all those red rocks lined up.
Straight
James
line.
Try to get rid of a few of those, and it looks like a lot of red, but James got that yellow one buried behind a corner guard,
right.
and if
setting up nice.
Yeah. If Paul can get rid of a few of them here,
gets one.
Not the shot he was looking for. Not
splits, opens it up though, makes them more accessible.
I like the guard. Get rid of the guard is what I would do. I don't like that shot, but that's me. I think the corner guard's the one that's going to get you in trouble, but.
Everest here without hammer in the 4th.
It's pro side, yeah. It's fine.
No. Really aggressive? That's what I said at the start of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if Bryce plays this really aggressive.
We
you did say
clean that to tight.
You don't need to scroll back in the feed to hear that.
I did. So, this is the aggressive call to come in. More conservative approach would be to hit that guard and
it's top 4. Top 4. A little hot.
So, Drew, we're wondering if you won your game.
Close. Top 4.
Wants to know
if
you won your game
top
over
4.
in Summerside. We haven't seen you on line.
Line up for 2 hours. Right to ours.
Looking pretty good.
Baby, piss off. No, that's fine. The side's just as good as the other.
just going to try to open this up. Weight was way down on that one, indicating right away. So none of the reds went out, but Bryce has got to be really careful here. He's lying 2, but there's a potential double on there. Yellow got 1 buried, the number 3 rock. And
how flat is that? The double? Yeah. Even if you hit it 6, just kind of.
You just got to get here. You want it?
I think so.
It is for double. Fine.
Okay.
So we're looking to hit this yellow and roll over and maybe protect the double. Got to be careful he doesn't jam here, though. So Rob has left me. He's gone upstairs. I think one of the songs came on, so I think he's gone upstairs to dance. But oh, he did try. What he was trying was, I think, maybe to come off and get that yellow one, but.
Just a sliver more, you have it.
You know what I mean? Like it hit it.
So Bryce Everist is still lying 2. Grattan's going to ask Joel Kratz to hit and roll in front of the other red one and can put some pressure on Bryce if he makes this shot, because Bryce has that 3rd Yellowstone buried behind cover. You're not getting that one. Going hard on this. And just a little too thin and goes right over the top of the others. You saw James trying to hit a little thinner to maybe get the double, but it's a miss throw by Joel. So I think you'll see Bryce will try to come around and. It's going to be number 2, though.
Like 14-7. I give you 420. Yeah, I'm talking, sorry, long. I'm talking 14-7. So 20, yep. Yep. It's close.
I got
And the weight is
Really heavy. Tee back.
Oh, no. It's,
we're tee back right now.
Talking back to behind the tee line.
Never needs to. Never Chris.
We're back 4.
Never Chris. Easy, Taylor.
It's a little warm here.
Spot here you can be.
I think it is.
Maybe sit.
That is not a good shot. And now James will hit that shot zone and sit in front of the other.
14-7.
You could either tap that one just slightly back and sit between the 2 reds and give you a bit of backing, or you can bump it back and roll in front of the other one, and you could be potentially score a big end here. Looks like he's going to try that. Play the quiet little tap. Just bump it back to be eventually be number 3, and sit in front of those 2 red rocks. And Bryce is going to have a difficult shot. Got to go for a line on this one, I think. A little warmer than they wanted. I think that the call was just a little bit of a bump. But it does the trick, and dandy of a shot that
sit on it.
Bryce is in some trouble here. One
The four
buried
never
rock
leaves.
by James and one frozen rock.
Hard to be throwing it. Why don't you just exchange her?
The other shot out of this is where Taylor's pointing the room right now. He could try to freeze, angle freeze on that. I don't know. He could be shot if he ankle froze. It'd be really close. But if he doesn't make this wide open freeze, there's a. Oh, no, I think what he's trying to do is hit it right on the nose, and kind of put the frozen right back to. Put the pressure back on James. That's not a bad call too. You got to make it though. Kent has no room for error on that one. You can't roll off at all, or it'll set up a 3 for James. Hits it right in the nose though. He might make things tough for James. Got to go on this one. It's moving a bit. And just
It hit the center and like wow.
Yeah, you need like a whole rock more.
Yeah.
looks like yellow's still line 2 now. And couldn't afford to roll. And
No. It's close, but I don't think so.
James can bury half of this around or fully around the
Wild. That's
guard. He could be setting up a
It walked.
big end. I think if
And I
he
wouldn't
goes
say you
here
were
where he's
soft.
indicating, not an easy shot, but an easy call for Bryce. He'll be hit and roll and try to roll in front of.
And I'm back.
You're back. I was telling the folks who were listening, you heard your tomb was on upstairs.
No, I ran into Mike Fournier is what happened. Mike, who's also been here pretty much since the start, and playing with the team out of Quebec normally, now on to Ontario, and happy to be back and just singing some praises for the event. So nice to hear.
Surprised you would have been there for a while. Both of you were very, very shy and not very talkative.
What do we got going on here, Hugh?
Well, Bryce didn't want to roll, and he hit on the nose, just rolled off the nose, and so it looks like yellow might be sitting 2. And they're just wondering, where do we put this third yellow rock?
Where would you put it, Hugh?
Where would I put it if I had a choice, or where it'd likely end up?
Oh, that depends on one of us throwing it, is what you're saying,
I
right?
thought coming around the guard would have been
Yeah.
maybe a shot, but
Yeah.
I guess if he hits that one that's shot, and yeah, I still think that's a shot. He's wanting to come around tee. I think if that's the case, Bryce will hit and roll over in front of that yellow and red. And the rolls have been tough, though. So
Rolls have been tough for sure. Run it hard, but they think they're okay. So, now they think it's a little light, so they're gonna go hard. And Kratz comes out from the house. 3 of them on it. Try to pull it in.
should be good.
Yeah. Splits the house. Sitting 2, maybe 3. What are we thinking here?
I'm thinking 3. So see, Bryce will try to hit and
For the hack we took there.
big roll is what he's
Cut
looking
this
for.
down.
Needs the roll.
Taylor in the house here with the broom down. Spoke to him earlier. I asked him about his superstitions because said that didn't really have any, but I did notice he changed hats since the last game, and might be a hidden superstition he didn't disclose to us.
Most people don't share their superstitions.
Close.
We asked them anyways.
Yep. Hard.
Gotta go on this one.
Hard.
Gotta go hard.
Ah.
I think they were a little late getting to that one, and that's not the roll they wanted. And James just looking for a nose hit or a little roll to the inside, and he'll score at least
2, if not
2,
3.
if not 3.
Really hard to tell.
My prediction is it would be for 3. But I could be wrong.
I'm sure they've looked at it, but
You think?
I do think they've looked at it. Either way, it doesn't change the shot. They got to go for the 2 before they even count the third. And the third would be gravy if they're not sure about it, but still got to make the shot here.
Yeah.
Got to make it before you start counting, right?
Needs this one to curl a little bit. I don't know if you pick the weight up. You got to be careful.
A little up, isn't it?
I don't know if she's going to stick
It's
around.
going to hold?
No, it's not.
No.
That is a miss.
It is. So 1 for sure. But as they look at those other 2, which we were just talking about, and we get some rotation there from our camera folks. Thanks, camera folks, for rotating in there. Made me dizzy for a sec, but they've decided they gave it.
Yellow. It was for 2.
Yeah. Could have been 3, though.
Well, it could have been for 3, and they just overthrew that one a little bit. And surprise. He threw really big. I thought it was really aggressive weight, like really big weight.
Yeah.
So over in sheet 2, the battle of the undefeated women's draw. Terranzoni in black. Terranzoni back a single point, so it's 1-1-1. There's sort of a pattern there. Curtis took her single in the third end to tie the game 2-2 against Daigle. And over on sheet 1, it was Zimmelink with a single to go up 4-2 over Team Christensen.
Just happened to have to go upstairs there for a sec, Hugh, and there are a lot of people in this club tonight. A lot of viewers getting ready for the entertainment.
Right,
of course, all watching curling, but part of curling is also being social. So, also seeing some teams up there that are playing in it, mingling with the crowd.
Little tight.
great opportunity for the crowd
Line,
to get to
line,
know
line,
some of these
line.
players that are,
All right, Paul.
off the ice
Fire,
and
Paul.
hear about their experiences, and that's really what this event brings together,
Line's all
and it
right.
has for years, which is why
Line's
players
good.
come back and spectators come back. Very, very personable here, and just like to have a good time. So one of those
Good
things you
swing.
can't really put on a
had
poster
to
about
go.
the Stu Sells 1824 Halifax Classic, but is definitely why we see the turnout we do. So if you're around the area, even tonight, come on down, 948 South Bland Street, Halifax Curling Club. Or tomorrow we're here too.
Well, I think the winner of the Terranzoni Black team probably goes into had a good chance of going directly into the semis on Sunday, so they can party all night tonight because they won't be playing tomorrow, most likely.
Well, absolutely.
So you can come down and party with either Terranzoni or Black.
You and I aren't going into any game in the next 2 days, so we can party all night too.
Well, you might get to see Rob.
We have
Same weight, nose freeze.
we have a comment on our feed. Love the Monday night curling references.
Okay. You haven't seen him play.
Ready to have experienced home commentary.
good.
So, not going to name who that was. Go to the feed and look it up. But I know who you are. Thanks for logging in and giving us that little piece of feedback here.
Yeah, he had a quick game today. Big 6-ender.
6-ender. I thought it could have been 7.
Well, I think I think when you're looking for that 7th point, he did the right thing and just didn't bother with a measure.
Yep.
We'll just take our 6. Thank you very much.
I was calling the game next to it, folks, and we were actually talking about 8-enders. And all of a sudden, my co-commentary host, Maria, was like, look over there, look it over there. And there was a lot of stones of the same color and a big loop. We thought it might have been an 8. Then it was a 7, but it turned out to be a 6. And, you never know in curling.
Yeah.
The swings can happen both ways,
They had a quick
right?
match tonight, and then they had a big 3 later on. They quick win, 9-1. So,
to that commenter on our feed, if you want to come out and spare with us on a Monday night, you're more than welcome.
yeah. And that'd be 3 presidents of Halifax Curling Club.
That would be 3 presidents.
He was the president of the curling
He
club
was.
several years ago. Probably just seems like a couple, but it's been a few.
I don't know.
Yeah. Marty, thanks for commenting.
I'm okay with that.
So here we are in the 5th end, 3-all tied.
Straight view.
I think every game that I've commentated, maybe only with one exception,
you.
it's like
Straight view.
after 4 ends, it's like we're starting a new game. 0-0 again. Like, here we go. We could have.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. Should be close. Think.
So, see Gushu won his game today against the U.S. Took a big 3 late in the game to go up 6-3, I think it was, and then stole the deuce. So ended up winning 8-3, but it's a closer game than that score would indicate. So he'll play, I believe, Korea, who beat Japan in the Pan Continental Championships. He'll go for another gold medal in that event. He won it last year. Saying last year he lost his first and went on undefeated. Look at that. It's almost like now we're reading an article and saying basically what I'm saying. And so he'll look to win the gold medal again, losing his first like he did this time this time he's playing in the final against the team that beat him in the first round.
Right.
Park from Korea. And on the women's side, it's an all-Asian final. It's China versus Korea for the gold medal. And then the North America
All North America battle for the bronze. It'll be Canada and U.S.
Are you trying to bring in a conversation about the Pan-Continental to this STEELE?
No, I would not want to talk about anything that potentially could be confidential or not confidential.
Let's leave it at
confrontational.
let's leave it at Brett Gushu, who's been a former champion of the STEELE event here and has played here. Great to see that he's having success out west.
Yeah.
And
Now, I could have gone because I don't need any area to stretch. I usually don't stretch a lot before.
You had to go there, didn't you? You had to go there.
Anyhow, it's yeah, it was too easy. It was like the low hand.
The Halifax Curling Club does have indoor stretching areas, don't we?
Well, no, I think the curling club has some as well, but when you have I'm just going to be quiet now. I guess.
As we see this stone from Team James Grattan coming down, looking to just be a high guard, sits, maybe crosses over center a little more than they wanted there.
Bryce will be looking to play back line right here, rub the yellow on the red onto the yellow, and that one just overcurled a little too much for
that was
for James.
a 10. That was 410. Yep. It's hack.
Back right, a little more than what they called. And I think Bryce was calling back line.
It's hack. Really hard.
Almost curl a bit.
Almost a center on the 7. Okay.
Not horrible.
80.
Not great. Certainly
Tap. 80. Yeah.
as they decide, I'm just checking corner of my eye on the sheet 2. Christina Black has to draw to the button to she's facing 3 counters.
It has to get full button.
Well, not full button.
Well,
she has to touch the button.
Catch the button.
Has to catch the button. Not sure what the call here, Rob, is. If is he playing the double or is he trying?
Well, we just heard the front end kind of talking.
Yeah.
They weren't sure where it was going to go either, and now it looks as though we're gonna.
So if you're looking on screen right now, there's our ice maker behind us in the white sweater.
Weight. We're gonna see some weight on this.
Or
going for the hit.
Adam. Why did I say Ryan? I called Adam Ryan. Oh. He'd hit that one thinner to get the double.
So as you were saying, our ice maker, Adam, who's standing behind us, lurking, has pulled off some fantastic conditions here where we have teams really enjoying their time here, feeling that they're comfortable on the ice. Talk about these events being in arenas and
yeah.
See what he's thinking.
You don't have the world's #1 women's team here. If this isn't good, do you?
No, not at all. And speaking of the women's reigning champions, #1 team in the world, they just took a deuce, stole a deuce.
No,
Christina
straight guard.
Black came a little light on her throw. Good line, but a little light, and it's a steal or 2 at least.
Yeah.
Big game over there. We don't want you to leave our sheet and go watch that sheet, but
oh no,
it is a big game.
Yeah, Ours is a closer match now. Ours
Yeah.
is tied 3-3.
Yeah.
We're just trying to give you the opportunity to know what the scores are, just
Throw
without
the 40.
having to change your
Chris to the
channel.
rim.
You don't know this, eh?
That's the other call, yeah.
You can throw it. It's like 3/4 low, and you can throw control.
Bryce Everist here trying to make the decision here, talking back and forth with Dexter in the hack, about ready to shoot. And now we see Taylor starting to come down and want to have a little chat with Bryce about where this is, where the shot is
call
going
is
to be.
that little roll under, but it
Game
only
tied
looks like
3-3
half.
in the fifth.
Yeah, like, I only like when you can kind of like move this here, eh?
Getting into
I
third
went-
and skip
It
stones.
looks like board max. but
Critical
half
time
would
to
be
see
the perfect one.
where these
But like
shots end up,
the
and
other call's that.
could be the
right?
game. So
Because if he tries to crack this, you like that?
I mean,
Like here?
not really, but I don't know that they're.
Well, it's either this or that, but you're just setting it up for him.
Oh, so they did finish the Pan-Continental. It was Peterson over Einerson
yeah,
in the
Yeah.
bronze medal in
Yep.
extra end 8-7.
Halfway straight guard the yellow. Right on the
But
curling
Team
rod.
Canada will still make it to Sydney for the World Championships.
yeah. Which is a big event to have here in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Hopefully more to come after that. We've had the Worlds here before. What else have we've had the Briar here before? Scotty's was in Sydney 2019.
We've hosted pretty much everything.
Olympic trials were here in
2005.
2005.
Half,
World
it's half.
Men's before Sydney, about to have it 2015. You were involved in that, weren't you?
No. Not the 2015 Worlds, no. 2010 Briar, yes.
Yes.
Well,
Sit,
Who knows what the future will bring, but great to have those events around us. And,
Yeah.
you know, in the meantime, we have events like this bringing high-quality, top-tier teams into Atlantic Canada, into Halifax. And it's really great, too, that our local teams that may not always have the budget to travel to play against these teams get to do this here in Halifax.
Good guard there by Paul. James is looking to get a piece of that yellow one, though.
Yeah, you can't see anything, but you can see enough.
That sounds like our Monday night team. You can't see anything, but you can see enough. I'm going to have to ask him about that after the game.
That is
I feel like there's a lot of curlers out there that relate to
That's the
that.
best line that I've heard in a long time. You can't see anything, but you can see enough.
Oh, that is definitely the best
And
one
the
I've
funnier
heard.
thing is, I think I understand exactly what he's
No,
trying to
he-
say.
If you understand that, put it up in the chat on the YouTube channel. We
Well,
want
I
to
think
hear
what
from
he
you.
means is you can't see much of it, but you know it's going to curl a little bit. So that's it's only slightly.
Yeah.
And see, you could see just enough of it. You couldn't see a thing.
You couldn't see a thing, but you can see enough.
Just
Yeah.
saw enough.
Good shot, as he says. Yes, good shot it was. Gave us a laugh in the booth. Appreciate that.
We don't need to talk. We can just listen to Andy McCann.
No, Andy McCann is going to be your commentator for the rest of the game. He doesn't know it yet.
He's performing all night
Yeah. For your charge.
for your charge. You can come by, get a drink at the bar upstairs, pretend you're at a comedy club.
Yeah. Oh, my. We shouldn't be having this much fun doing this, Hugh.
No.
We're still counting.
So Bryce is going to try to draw one in there. see if James can do that shot again.
Easy, you got room.
Max line.
You got room.
Oh, line's good.
Easy.
Line's good.
Still, Chris. Yep. Where?
Switch.
Yep. 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 Hard. 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 Hard.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Nice draw by Bryce.
Comes in. Nice. Got some backing there.
Does James do this again? You can pretty much see the same amount of the rock we saw last time. So over in sheet 4, Daigle got a deuce in the fourth end to go up 4-2 over Team Curtis.
I think over on sheet 1 we have a steal for Team Christensen. It's going to bring that up to
Tie game.
tie game. Missed their last shot. Hammerlink. Sheet 2 with Tiernzoni, some change there. We'll talk about that after this last stone
How'd it go on this one?
for James Grattan. Calling on early for the sweepers,
It looks pretty good,
But-
actually, Rob.
but gets it in, gives it a nudge,
Handy little shot there.
makes shot.
Does he have around the horn? That's what he's looking at. See how I picked that up right away, Rob? Did you see that?
You pick that up quickly. You don't pick it up that quickly on Monday
I
night.
can't make it. And I know I know it can be made. This will be an interesting shot. It's there for sure.
Yeah, no, it's all
Oh,
there.
you can. You throw this. It's going to go.
Come off flat.
Yep. I think it's a shade more then. If we were here with the in, I think it's this.
Out turn, Taylor.
With the out, you're there. Yep.
Big shot here for
There'll be
Bryce.
some weight on this one.
there's going to be some weight.
This is one of the ones where the guys and the sweepers fling him out of the rings or out of the hack right away. Get this going.
Yeah, hold right here.
Front end saying, yeah, Bryce, you can do this. You got this.
He had no hesitation. He's looked
No.
at it right away.
No,
put the
they
broom down.
called it right from the start. Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa!
Last stone in the fifth end
Yep.
for Bryce Everist out of the Halifax Curling Club.
Whoa!
Looking for an around the horn. Hit 1-2.
No.
But do they squeak in to get shot?
Taylor, get that new hat out of your way now.
Like, I'm assuming we're throwing a stick on this.
Really close.
Okay.
Could be a measure here, folks.
I think it's yellow.
I think it is yellow too.
No, it might be. I don't know.
Taylor, move your head.
It's not Taylor. This one time is Joel.
Oh, that's Joel.
That's not the
Joel.
new hat.
No,
It's old hat.
Well, the hat looks the same from the top.
I think if I hit it there with the in,
Well, we're going to get a measure.
What are you
of that,
picking?
folks.
Quick.
Yellow.
I'm going to go with yellow as well.
You're agreeing with me.
I'll say yellowish, just in case, because the name, Seeing the Red Rock, is yellow. So
And just past
Of course you would
one
do
and a
that.
half, 3/4.
Of course you would.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
oh, all yellow all day long. That wasn't even close.
Didn't I say yellow?
You got to throw. I got it.
yeah, you don't want to tie, I guess.
pretty sure I said yellow.
Good try by Bryce.
It was a
That
great shot.
Yeah,
It was a great
good try.
shot. Yeah.
Oh, it was a steal by 2 by Christensen over on the first sheet. And,
Yeah.
so she's up 5-4. The team's made a little bit of a lineup change, and 4 skips trying to find their way. No, I mean they're taking the playbook by Anderson.
100%.
You know, you took 4 skips there. They're all great curlers, and all 4 of them can play any position. And got to try to find that combination that makes everything click, and get Heather Smith in the rings, and there's a whole lot of experience there, right? And solid, just so much experience, and yeah.
I was talking to Heather earlier in the event this week, and she was really excited to be back. Back in competitive curling, part of this team, and. Jill Brothers, Marie Christensen, and Erin Carmody all have lots of high-level experience.
Oh, I think this team, as soon as they figure out what works and they're clicking and they figure each out, this is their first team, their first season together.
Yeah.
Teams don't click,
This is the first 2 months together.
I'm sure people get frustrated quickly if they're not seeing success, because all 4 of them have had a lot of success.
Yeah.
And so, I think once they find the lineup that's clicking, watch out for them.
Yeah.
And they made this change, and you can see a bit of an improvement already. And so maybe this is the lineup that really ticks. And it takes a lot to move people around. You got to, it's not good for some people's egos to, if you're moving down in the lineup, and how do you handle that? I think Marie's a pro, and so.
Well, they've all played at that level, and they've all been there where they know what it takes to stay there, and they're willing to make that, I don't want to say sacrifice, because it's not the movement for the greater good.
Yeah, I don't think you have the ego on the team saying I need to be the skipper.
Absolutely
I think
not.
You got 4 people who just recognize they got some talent, all of them, and they all just find that right lineup and. Watch out for them. I think they'll be
easy line.
Scotty's time.
Easy line.
Peak at the right time, as they
few
say,
more
right?
months under their belt. Watch out for that team. They have multiple provincial titles under the belt, all 4 of them.
Just Chris. Just keep going.
Fine.
James Grattan has multiple provincial titles under his belt.
He does indeed.
Multiple. Representing New Brunswick.
Just a little too out.
We don't have the stat in front of us, but
on the men's on Everest team, Taylor has been to. Taylor has the title. He played with Stuart Thompson 1 year and Stuart won.
For Nova Scotia, correct? Yeah.
Bryce, I don't think has been to the Briar nor Chris or Paul, but Paul I know has been to the National Juniors. Bryce has been to the mixed doubles multiple times, so they got some experience too. I think Chris McRae actually may have gone to the juniors too, but I think maybe out of New Brunswick, I think.
Not sure about that one.
Yeah.
If we had a full media team behind us to research that would be put on our teleprompter and told to us. Yeah. We're just not quite at that level, are we?
No, we're not. Our budget is not there, and we rely on people to
come to the Halifax Curling Club.
Well, they could either Google us too, or not Google us, or whatever that thing is called.
The Google? Chat on YouTube?
Chat on the YouTube or whatever. I'm not sure how that all works, but.
Weight's pretty good. There you go. Hey. Weight's good. Whoa. Whoa. There, ready.
Appreciate you watching us here on YouTube. Stu Curls website, Curling Zone, HalifaxCurl.com. However you found us, thanks for watching us. Stu Sells 1824 Halifax Classic here at the Halifax Curling Club. Game tonight on Sheet 8. Team James Grattan against Bryce Everist. Some may wonder how there's a Sheet 8 in a 4-sheet club.
Have to come down and find out.
You have to come down and find out. It's
quite a marvel. It's
a little bit of
like
a mystery.
An engineering marvel. You'll have to come down and see it.
Or we just tell them.
No, we've got to come down and see it.
Or we just tell them that really represents the club being founded in 1824. Originally not in this current location, but was located here in about the 1920s and about to hit its 200th anniversary, which is a huge milestone in Canada in curling, because the Halifax Curling Club is in the top 1 or 2 of the oldest continuous operating clubs in Canada. Not the oldest club. We've
third oldest.
Third oldest in total, and as part of what will be the 200th anniversary, actually, a group of volunteers working on a little bit of a history project to research the archives and chronicle how we've gotten to this point. The club many years ago decided to name its 4 sheets 1824 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, and throws off some curlers once they get here, but always is a great conversation piece. So a lot of history here. Great to share it with folks. And once we hit the 200th, Hugh, there's going to be some celebrations here, isn't there?
Yeah, we'll be doing a few events. Not sure, don't have a full slate of events yet, but we're working on that. I mentioned now a couple of times that we're thinking about having a bonspiel where you have to be from a club that's at least 100 years old to be invited. So we're going to call it the Centurions.
The Centurion Spiel,
or something like that.
The Century Spiel.
The Century Club. I don't know if anybody's ever done one of those.
If you're out there watching and you're in Canada and part of a club that's older than 100 years, let us know if you want to be part of this. It's going to be a fun time. Don't know that it'll be streamed like what we're doing now, but
I don't know if you'd want it to be.
Probably the entertainment upstairs and the actual fun part will be as much, if not more, than what we have here at the Stu Sells 1824 Halifax Classic. And so hope you'll join us either way as we watch this game between James Grattan out of New Brunswick at the Gage Curling Association, Team Everest out of the Halifax Curling Club. Playing off, Grattan up 4-3 in the 6th. Close game tonight.
Back four. Yeah. No, it's not that bad. It's like top 14. Top 14. I think we're heavy, Paul. I think we're heavy.
Calling a little heavy here, coming down.
It's back 4. It's coming down, but back 4.
Want to get a little tap here, but it's outside a bit. They wanted to get a little more nose on that.
Yeah.
And now that shooter rolls out to just the outer edge of the 4 into the 8, and not really where they wanted to land.
No, he has an out turn. The in turn double he could make. So Bryce has to be careful. He wants to draw in there, but so the old man has it here, Rob. If you check out my doing some Googling here.
The Goog?
The New Brunswick Junior Men's Champions. So you can see here in 2011, the second stone for John Rennie with Josh Berry.
Josh Berry
was the third stone, and the second stone, Chris McRae. And then the following year, Josh Berry won with Chris McRae throwing third rocks out of New Brunswick. And I think I remember because I was at the 2011 event in Calgary, so that's probably why I remember seeing Chris McRae there. See? I said New Brunswick, didn't I?
Josh Berry actually came here, was a member here for a couple seasons just Berry's recently at the Halifax Club. Yeah,
yeah. He's a really good guy.
Josh, if you're out there, hey.
Actually, I think that year, the team that won, I think, asked Josh to be their 5th at the Worlds. Pretty sure. I can't remember who won that year, but was it...
Josh, great curler.
Yeah.
As we see here now, a discussion with Bryce Everist and Paul Dexter looking at down by 1 with hammer and assessing these 2 red stones that are both behind tee line, so an opportunity to get in, but wants to make sure that they place this next stone in a way that James can't easily remove it.
Dunstone won the 2011. I know that.
Dunstone won 2011. Thanks for the viewer who just posted up Dunstone. Again, we're here with our iPhones just trying to search these things out as we talk about them. Love the contributed conversation. I am a big fan of people chatting online with us at YouTube, so thanks for posting that up.
Was Dunstone? No, Dunstone didn't win Calgary. Calgary was Muscowie. Dunstone won the following year, I think. Dunstone
2013.
2013 Dunstone won. But that was in Fort Mac. I was at that one as well.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, actually, a team Stuart Thompson won the bronze medal that year, and it was
Barry was the 5th.
Barry was the 5th. Is that what it was for Dunstone?
Yeah. We've got a viewer who's helping us out. We've got a curling encyclopedia coming up on our YouTube channel right now. Thanks so much. Appreciate that.
That was a great final. It was Curls of the Yukon now. Played with the Buckle twins, but he played in Alberta. Alberta Dunstone beat them in the final. It was Thomas Scoffin in the final in 2013. Thomas and the team had controlled that week and then lost the gold medal game to Dunstone in one of the if you look for curling photos, probably the best photo I've ever seen in curling. Dunstone jumps about 5 feet in the air after making a crazy great shot.
He doesn't jump and is not animated on the ice, is he?
He's a great curler, great for the sport. Yeah. They came very close that year actually to missing the playoffs. They were playing a tough game with Saskatchewan. Anyways, I'll stop my stories. Lots of red rocks in play.
Back to the game here where we got this Everest stone sitting in here just on tee. 3 stones sitting, outscoring the 2 Grattan yellow stones, and James Grattan looking to bring this down. Bring it into the pocket here, I think. Calling sweepers on hard here to get this stone down early, and now feel like it's good. Want to get in this pocket, just nudge that red stone out and get over the button, and look at that. Look at that. What a shot.
I tried another around the horn shot here. Well, the problem with that one now, though, is if you make it, you're losing to a couple of those reds.
Yeah.
Yep, Barry was the 5th and 13th. Since Barry won again, sorry, I know.
No, yeah, it's okay.
I was trying to figure it out because I remember being back behind the scenes in the office, and Dunstone team had asked him to be the 5th, and they have to do the paperwork right away. And
And so he knew Josh had just found out that he was asked to be the 5th, and they had to do the paperwork. And I knew I wasn't at the 12, but I think Josh was the skip in New Brunswick in 13 as well.
Yeah.
And that's when he was asked. I knew it was one of the ones in Alberta. So, yeah. Anyhow, good guy.
I was lucky to play with Josh a few times here at Halifax a couple years ago, and super nice fella. Josh, if you're out there watching, listening, thanks for coming down here around this club. And
hope all's well. This shot around again. Got a curl.
Yep.
1, 2, pokes it up, but not enough. Not enough to get shot. But a lot of red.
Well, I don't know how you get that yellow out of there, though.
They really wanted to try to poke that up a little bit more, didn't they?
It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know how you get that yellow out.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd touch anything.
Yeah.
So if you're James Grattan right now, saying,
If you
I'm up by 1,
if you go high,
I'm sitting shot, and you're not sure how they get this out, do you guard?
Because
You just guard.
If it's all that he has and tries to get it up over the top like that. If we don't throw this shot, what's he play?
That was my point. What's he got if you don't throw?
He might be able to make it for 2.
But do you guard? Put a high guard,
No, I hear you.
even to just protect any attempt of running through.
I'm just looking at if we go here, it doesn't, like, is there any, I don't think he had any scenario to give up 2, does he? I guess he could. Yeah.
That's the thing that I think.
Once again, Andy McCann just being the commentators for us.
I just don't want to give him that. Like,
I don't like putting, like, I think if you put a guard up there,
Does it give them the opportunity to
you might
run
be able
it back
to run
and
it
push
back
it?
and push that
And
yellow
push it.
out
Yeah.
to the side and had the 4 shooters at the back.
Do you try to push a
score.
yellow down into the pocket,
Then let's,
draw in, top 4,
yeah.
I think what James
or
is saying.
high guard?
Yeah, like a 1. Yeah.
Viewers out there, we've got
don't
some
anymore.
viewers on YouTube. What do you think? Where should this shot go? What would you do?
Yeah. It's,
Hugh and I are not the
think that he could
experts.
run
We're
it in
just
pretty
people who are
carefree,
calling the
but he
game.
does have a lot
What do you
to deal
think?
with.
I think it's a 1. A 1 guard is what you want.
But a high guard.
That's 1. One's
Like
pretty
a 1.
high.
Oh, 1. Oh,
Yeah,
you
1.
know the numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot you knew the numbers.
It's one of the ones you holler to me usually where it ends up being about a 6, but you usually start off with a 1. Yeah. I'm quite familiar with it.
I'm pretty sure I know how to call those numbers, but that's okay, Hugh. You can call me
call
out on
You can call them.
national Stu Sells television. Try to make me embarrassed in front of our limited
I'm not
viewership. Guard the red. There's nothing on the left.
You don't want a tight guard though.
Should be over.
Guard the red. There's nothing on the left. Yep.
Yeah.
We're over.
Just over though.
We're over. We're over. We're over. We're over. We're over. Attaboy. I think.
Well, if you could get one of the kid rocks, the junior curling rocks or whatever, or a little smaller, you get through that. Now, I don't know how much force it would have, but it's pretty tight.
Yeah. So,
Good, buddy. How you doing?
took the advice of our
Good to see
viewer
you.
on YouTube to guard the red, just high guard, and a little bit maybe outside. But is there a play here for Everest to run in on his own red and try to pop up almost the horseshoe to get the yellow out on his own stones to try to get a couple? Is that crazy talk?
Right.
I think he can score one if he gets through. I think
He's got to get this yellow out,
there.
or else
hit it
you know
right
he's
there.
got to get this yellow out. So he's going to have to sacrifice at least one or two of his stones to do this.
I think if you get through the hole, that's where that's the only place. That's where
You
you're going
score
to hit
one.
it.
You score one.
I think you
maybe
score
two.
one. I don't know if it's going to come back up and push. You got to push that yellow right. Right.
He's got to push it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the shooter will come off those back red ones and should be shot, but
Whoa!
nope.
We'll see here, folks. Last stone. Sixth end. One. Oh,
Yeah, he
well,
got his point, but
he gets his point.
there's no way you could make the other reds out count that yellow.
No, that was a.
So his guard, James's guard, just over curled a little bit after you
I don't
threw
think
it.
so. It is iffy.
Really appreciate the
too many
feedback
rocks
on the
and not
YouTube
enough
channel
space.
here, having people contribute to the discussion. I'm a big fan of that.
We don't know who you are.
No, we don't, but that's okay.
SLOISTXX, but
Yeah.
if you want to commentate, you can come down here.
Yeah,
you
actually.
you've been in agreement with us, and you've passed the test.
Free.
Free.
Interview passed. Interviews passed for sure.
So yeah. I'm just watching in the corner of my eye, another steal by Terranzoni in 5.
wow.
Another single go up 5-1, and if you had looking at that
Line's good.
sheet over
Little
there,
early.
there's a whole lot of red.
Ball.
And
Okay, line's fine, line's fine.
Team Black is yellow, and so they're in tough. Also, more updates. Daigle takes a steal on in the 5th end to go up 5-2.
Sweet. Good throw, Bryce. No. I think if those rocks are just spread out a little.
Well, we got a 4-4 game here. 2 more ends to play. Grattan and Everist, a heck of a game. Really important for both teams. If there's a glimmer of life for Team Everest, they need this. They need this win, and Grattan wants to stay with the pack that could potentially be at the 3-1s and be in contender for one of those spots. So both a critical game for them. Everest needs to win and get some luck, and Grattan needs to keep to win to keep with the group at 3-1, which may come down to a measurement decision. Our women's field is already set for the playoffs. We have Team Ha, Team Grandy, Team Terranzoni, Team Black, Team Jones, and Team Constantini will all be making the playoff round. Just need to figure out who's in. What 2 teams get the automatic berth into the semis, and which 4 teams go to the quarters. So it's the 3 winners from each pool, and then we figure out who has the first best record. And if there's a tie, which there will be 3 teams. The winners of each pool will be at 4-0, and so then we'll do the last straw advantage. And so whoever has the best score best 2 teams will go to automatically to the semis, and then the 3 second-place teams, the 3 teams at 3-1, and plus the other pool winner will all go to quarters, and those will be tomorrow evening.
Getting nothing out of it.
Our guest commentator on YouTube says a little far to travel, so not sure where they're at.
No,
yet.
a little far to travel.
Again, open invitation.
Yep.
And really, anyone who loves the sport of curling in local or near local Halifax area, love to have you want to participate in this. Another event coming up in January with an opportunity to participate in commentating.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, Scotty's
Nova
and Tankard
Scotia,
coming here.
Scotty's Tankard. Want to be part of this?
Oh, and there's the tick.
Yeah.
So that goes back, and your rock comes off. So that's
I haven't seen that yet. I haven't
That's the
seen
first
it.
one.
I haven't seen it. Here it is, folks.
That's the first one. That's the new rule. What do people think about?
Look at Bryce laughing. He's like, "What do we do here? What do we do?" Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
When I threw it, I could see that much.
Yeah.
And again, we have Andy McCann, the vocal lead,
The commentator, the assistant commentator. What do people think of this, the tick rule? I'm not a complete fan of it. I think it's too much punishment for an aggressive call. I like it when there's if you're calling an aggressive game, that keeps the excitement. And so if you're trying to come around the guard late in the game or whatever, keep rocks in play, and you know, a little bit of a rub, you get really penalized. Your rock comes off, and it could be just you move it a speck, whereas you could be, you know, a miss completely going by and a lousy shot, and you get no punishment. I don't know if it fits, but
you
anyhow,
don't like the rule.
I don't like the rule. No, I'm sorry, I don't like it.
I feel. Yeah, well, I guess you'll have to take that up with the WCF.
Yeah,
and,
I'm not and I wouldn't say that I'm a traditionalist where I don't want any changes at all. I think you're eventually going to see the 10-end game will become the 8-end game, and I am not in disagreement with that as well.
We're pretty much already there.
Yeah, I think you're.
It just hasn't happened.
Yeah, it just hasn't happened yet, but it's going to. So, so I'm not opposed to that. But this one, sometimes.
A little too soon to make that rule change.
I don't know if you need to do it.
Was it really pulling away from the game is the question. We'd love to know your thoughts of all the folks that are watching. The no tick.
Great shot, Paul.
No tick rule. What do you think?
Boy.
Was it a little quick to make judgment on that
Good shot, Paul.
play that was developed and part of our game? Or is it okay? Do you want to keep that out of here and leave it about straight shots? Curious to hear your thoughts. Post up in the chat. But back to your point, Hugh, I have not seen.
If you freeze the top 8 though, he's just playing the hit and roll behind.
Really come into play here.
Come into play in a game, this season. So.
Yeah, the hit and roll thing isn't great. I mean, if you can get here, our best shot.
Okay.
I got half. Half. I got half a rock.
Most of our ticks on Mondays happen by accident. So.
Single by Team Black over in Sheet 2. Terranzoni in complete control of that game, up 5-2 with Hammer now playing the 7th end.
Good.
Wait, good. Hair down. Yep. Slow down. Yep.
Easy hack.
Team Black haven't represented Nova Scotia at the Scotties last year.
Yeah, past couple of years.
Yeah. Really great team. Home rank out of the Dartmouth Curling Club. Terranzoni, though, world number 1. So all these teams getting a chance to play hard.
Control. Control.
As we're here watching this game, my headset is overwhelmed by music upstairs.
Right.
And really fun stuff going on down here.
Kind of waiting through it.
And we were I had to get them to turn the mics off because Rob started singing to the song, and so I got them to turn the mics down a little bit. He was now things are being thrown at me here. It's all out of control.
A lot of yellow rocks in there. Oh, nice double there by Paul Dexter.
Great shot.
Yeah. So at James Grattan, it's a 4-4 game. Grattan, the Hammer, playing 7. Looking to score a couple of points. There's a lot of rocks in play. I'm not sure if we're into the third rocks, so I'm not sure if a blank is possible, but
The stones are spread.
Yeah, spread out a fair bit. It looks like it'll likely be a score, so he'll be going for his deuce. So Joel Kratz out of Newfoundland, a Labrador. He's from Wabush, actually. And his occupation, he has his gold line. So I'm not sure what exactly he does with gold line. I'm sure he's probably like a sales rep or something like that, or product tester or a something.
Just got another comment here in our chat feed. Hugh, watching from Quispamsis, New Brunswick. Thank you. Watching every game all week.
Great.
I bet Gushu would have rather been there than BC. We don't need national TV. When we have yours, we'll be seen worldwide. Wow, what a great what a nice comment. Thanks so much for that. Brad Gushu, having played here several times, of course, doing the hard work he needs to do as Team Canada at the Pan-Continental.
Yeah, I think Brad wanted to come here this year, but just bad timing and
bad timing. A little bit, almost a Blue Rodeo song there. Bad timing.
Was that a Blue Rodeo song? Yeah.
And I think that's playing actually upstairs right now.
Is that,
I think the music is playing.
All right.
Yeah.
Some other teams that were close to coming. I know Joel Return as a team was hoping to be in the tournament. Just scheduling conflicts. I think Joel's going to be in town tomorrow. He should be down at the club. So if you're a Joel Return fan, he's certainly a fan of the club. I think he's coming down for tomorrow's our lobster chowder day. So he's going to be in town for that. That was one of the things he wanted. So. Great team out of Italy, and they're doing really well. They've won a couple slams now, and just really good folks. And so hopefully they'll be back next year, and timing works out. He was here a couple of years ago. Last year the Europeans were the conflict, and then they were at the Sioux Curlers, I believe. They lost that to Dunstone, I think, in the final. But just scheduling. So
again, I said earlier in the match, if people aren't listening, we had all the people who were in the semifinals in the Olympics.
Yeah, have all played in this tournament. Yeah, it's great. Great for Atlantic Canada, right? And there's some really lots of talented teams, and really we want them to do better, and but we have to help them a little bit, and we got to put on some events and for them to play in. That's one of the advantages. I think you have lots of tremendous talent in the youth and the junior level in Atlantic Canada. You can see that right across Atlantic Canada, and then unfortunately to get into the senior ranks, and in order to compete at the higher level, you got to be playing all the time, and we just don't have those tournaments here. And so we got to have events like this, and be nice if all the provinces could have something. And I know when we do this, part of our mandate, Rob, is to ensure that we have spots for PEI Newfoundland and Nova Scotia, New Brunswick allocated for them, to ensure that their best teams always will have a spot in this, and it's not completely based on overall rankings, but we save some of those spots for our local teams. And
that was always a principle.
That's a principle of the tournament, to make sure that or they get a chance to play against some of the world's best. And so that'll always be our philosophy behind the event, is to showcase some of our talent against some of the best in the world, and give them an opportunity to get a really good spiel under the belt.
I completely agree, but I was also part of that at the beginning, back in the day, and it's great to see that still happening.
Yeah. So, set up a possible deuce here for James.
I was going to say, we're pretty thrilled if we can get 2. I said, I know they're thinking about 3, but we're pretty thrilled if we get 2, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can hear what they're saying. Be thrilled to get a deuce. talking about the possibility of getting a 3 if you hit and roll. If James hits and rolls behind corner guards, he could set up a possible 3. The only issue there is you roll a little too far. If you roll a little too far, you can possibly set up a freeze there and take away the entire end. Yeah, so he could just gotta be careful. Smart play would be hit and roll the other way is not a bad call either, right? And doesn't want to hit and sit there. That gives a Bryce an out and takes away James's deuce if he makes it.
First to 2 here for James Grattan in the 7th.
We haven't heard from Drew. Drew, if you were watching, your dad was wanting to know if you won your game in Summerside.
Come on.
That was I asked him before the game if there's anything you wanted to shout out, and that was it. So
I don't want to go too much.
Rolls out.
Yeah, it rolls out. But if I'm James, I'd rather it roll out than sit there and
give some backing
for Bryce to draw to. Now he has to. He makes a perfect corner freeze. That's a tough shot because even if it's frozen corner, I think if James hits it, the yellow just goes on the red and probably still has a good chance of getting his 2.
Last stone here for...
Gonna have another look.
Gonna have another look.
Don't know if he thinks he can come around and completely bury. I'm not sure. He's thinking maybe he can get to the red one and bump the yellow back. I'm not sure.
I think they can catch a piece of that red one.
Yeah, I'm directly behind.
What does that leave?
I'm directly behind the hack, and you can definitely see a fraction of the red rock. Not a whole lot, but you can see a little bit. And with the curl, it's tough. It's tough. I know.
It still leaves full 4 for.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to hit it hard enough to. I don't think you can hit it hard enough, Rob, to get it out.
It would have needed to been enough to roll back in towards the 4 and give.
Well, no, you'd have to hit enough of the red to push the yellow. Still have enough weight to knock the yellow out through the back 8 in order to be the red one to be shot. So.
And then roll into the 4 with your shooter to try to give a bit of a tease.
Well, the yellow's got to be like.
Out.
The yellows, the red you'd be hitting into the yellow has to outcount the yellow you're hitting.
Right.
So. Not too worried where the shooter goes. James will always have a shot at that. But nope, going to try the straight angle freeze. Tough shot, though.
Last stone here for Bryce Everist. He's going to rub up against his own red. Roll in to be...
shot. I'd say red is shot. No, trust me.
I think he's trust you.
Yeah, trust me.
Red is shot?
Red is shot. Ish. Pretty sure red's shot.
Pretty sure. Still leaves an open draw for 1.
I think this. No, James can see it. James can see the entire red rock. And,
he's going to go for 2.
Yeah. The only issue is
just has to hit nose.
No, he doesn't. He can't. That's just not a bad shot because he's got to hit half a rock. Like
Nose doesn't get. Oh,
I don't know if Nose gets doesn't get number 2 necessarily.
And if they come in later,
the only issue is, I think if you hit half a rock, you're going to hit the red on the yellow. The yellow sticks around because it jams on that side red one.
Yeah.
So I think that's what.
Focus on hitting 2/3.
But not a bad shot by
from
Bryce.
Everist. Yeah.
It took me a month to figure out that it was a good one, but
just like Monday nights, it takes you a month to figure something out.
Eventually figured it out. That's why they get what they pay for.
Yeah. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, love to see you log in and let us know where you're watching from. We're here in Halifax.
Gotta go on this
where
one.
are you at?
Gotta go hard on this one. This is early curling. It's got about half though. But does definitely only one. Yeah, just the one.
Just the one. So.
Yeah, that one just over curled. And
tight game here.
Well, it is a tight game. It was tied. That's probably as tight as you get.
Close.
And then they only got one.
If he threw
got the one.
He was just a hair down compared to the first one. If he's the same weight, probably gets it.
There you go. Our assistant commentator, Andy McCann.
Andy, we need to hire you.
Well, we're actually paying him double what we're getting. So, still no impact on the budget.
Hey guys,
but
Meg 8.
If only we could talk to the players from here.
Give me this.
Yeah, well,
where's the little switch?
There's a few times I wanted to talk to a few of them. There's been
Doesn't matter.
a few calls.
Same sequence.
So I'll look over in sheet 1. Zemelink comes back with a deuce to take the lead, 6-5. And then steals one. She's up 7-5 after 7 ends. I'm not sure what happened. We were talking up Team Christensen. Maybe that's what happened.
You were.
Yeah, well.
Bite the 4.
I'm still a fan. I think they're.
Listen, I think they have a lot of opportunity there, and I think.
Come on, Paul. Make it a good one here, boys. Come on.
They all come from teams that have been at that level, and.
So I'm going to test you on your knowledge of the Scotties.
Okay.
Rob really only started curling 2015.
Say, pardon me.
When did you start curling?
2018.
2018. So he's only been around the sport for a little. Of the women on Team Christensen's team, who's had the highest podium finish, and what was it?
Repeat that question again.
So there's 4 women on the Christensen team: Marie Christensen, Jill Brothers, Heather Smith, and Erin Carmody. Who had the best podium finish at the Scotties? What was it? Bonus points if you get the year. That's a question out there for anybody. Play the music. Play the Jeopardy music. I saw the event. Didn't see the final though. I gave a bit of it away there.
Just clean.
You can't Google it though.
I'm not Googling.
Anybody answering?
Well, nobody's answering.
Keep it moving. Good sweep, guys.
I'll give you a hint.
Wait a sec.
Sweet.
Amanda, who's watching from Summerside, I know Amanda will know this answer. She knows this answer.
It's like mid-8.
Let's put it back out to our viewers. So don't put me on the spot. Let's put the viewers
we're kind of
on the
watching
spot.
on sheet 1, the Marie Christensen's team. Now Heather Smith is now the skip. So Heather Smith is on the team, Jill Brothers is on the team, Erin Carmody's on the team, and Marie Christensen's on the team. All multiple Scotty appearances. Maybe not multiple for one, but definitely all appearances at the Scotties. One of them, which one of those 4 players has had the best podium finish at the Scotties? So you get a hint. They've been on the podium. A few of them have been on the podium, but. So I'm going to give you a hint.
Let's see what the viewers say.
It's a silver medal.
Maybe one.
That's it. There it is. Marty got it. Erin Carmody with the silver medal in PEI. She was throwing last rocks. Kathy O'Rourke was skip.
Oh, and
it wasn't.
No,
PEI.
Amanda's in on it now.
Yeah.
Flop it in. Could be a technical glitch of which one got in first, but
silver medal. That's it.
Amanda, thank you, and Marty.
So it wasn't it was the year before PEI, and but they lost to Jen Jones in the finals. And so Kathy O'Rourke, Aaron Carmody,
right,
and Jerry Lynn Ramsey. I can't remember who the other player was. I apologize.
Amanda Marty will tell us.
Amanda will know for sure. Marty probably does as well. Who was? I should know.
You should know. We knew our viewers would know, though. That's great. Thanks, Amanda. Thanks, Marty, for being part of our game here. As we're in the 8th, James Grattan up 5-4 over Bryce Everist. Bryce Everist here calling to.
Yeah, that was 2010. I think the 2011 Scotties was in Charlottetown.
We're going to see.
I know. Yeah.
Chris McRae is going to remove a guard up here.
Yeah.
Asked Chris McRae before the game about superstition as well. He wouldn't give me any hints.
Really gotta go.
Doesn't matter because he's making that shot and gets rid of that guard as asked by Bryce. And Amanda comes through for Hugh.
Tricia Affleck at the time. Thanks, Amanda. I couldn't remember.
Hugh's memory
I know.
Gets a little shorter.
Yeah, that's a solid team. They were really good that year. They did so well.
Yeah. Thanks, Amanda. Appreciate that.
Yeah, too bad you couldn't make it over, Amanda.
Do you want to come commentate with us?
It's always great to have Amanda at this tournament. She's been here a few times. She's one of the super fans out there.
We gotta go on this one, Joel.
Calling for the sweep really early here.
Just keep it burned down. Keep it burned down. Shot, Paul. Good shot, Paul. Atta boy. Good pair, bud.
Amanda says you're welcome, says Hugh, right?
Yeah.
It is Hugh. The one and only Hugh.
Fuck, you're drawn well, really well. 440. Yep.
Yeah. I get a couple more questions, facts to see if people know.
Oh, here we go. Trivia night.
So the other podium winner on that team was Heather Smith, and it was the following year in 2011 when it was in PEI. Who did she beat to win the bronze medal? You'll know this curler, Rob.
Heather
Smith won the bronze medal in the Scotties in Charlottetown when they had a bronze medal game. Who did she beat? Though looking up, can't look it up.
I'm not looking it up, but I'm waiting for Amanda to tell me on the chat.
I think so. Because
help me out, Amanda.
It gives you multiple cracks at a double.
Was an eventual world champion. No, eventually this person went on and won the world championships.
What year was this?
2011. Heather Smith won the bronze medal at the Scotties over an eventual world champion.
Back four. Back 8. Come on. A little bit.
Ontario team?
Okay.
Yes, it was an Ontario team. Yeah, it was.
Curls. Perfect.
Young Ontario team. Very young. Just go to juniors. Nope. Not Scott. Not Chelsea Carey.
Rachel Holman.
Hello, Rachel Holman. That's right. Fresh out of juniors. That's right.
Chelsea Carey here this week at the Halifax Curling Club, skipping team Jennifer Jones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks for contributing, everyone.
Yeah, that's fun. Amanda got it eventually as well. Yeah, that was a long time ago. They were a big hitting team. That was well before they were just fresh out of juniors, and they could hit anything. And
well, really, really one of those teams that really brought hits into.
Yeah, well, they could throw the big weight right away, they're starting to come back a little bit. When they won the Worlds in Beijing, they were just a team that just couldn't touch them.
No.
And life gets in the way and changes happen, and different team, but they're starting to see some more success again, which is great to see. And then get back to the little form. And
as we're here in the 8th with James Grattan against Bryce Everist team, 5-4 game, getting down to third stones.
this one's over curling a little bit. This is not what James is wanting.
Not what they want. No, and this gives an opening now for.
Yeah, that might be the break Bryce needs. If you could hit most of what you can see, you'll go run it back onto the yellow and might even hide it, and your shooter rolls just to the back, but over. Yeah, if you get a big roll off your shooter, take the double away. Exactly what he's pointing to. Make that shot and get your deuce lined up, and you're going to have to see James going to get really aggressive and try to steal. It's great. Thanks everybody for participating in our little chatter. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna have to bring some more. Hugh's crazy useless trivia is what we'll call that segment. And
I got caught one game. Hugh had no co-commentator, and I had to rely on something. So I called out to the viewers, and it's really fun to get them involved in this.
Yeah.
And Amanda, Marty,
Joel,
Renee, Joel now. Hey, Joel. Not sure where you're coming from, but
XX Solo.
Yep.
Not sure, but they're from a distance, and certainly we've offered them to Soloist.
Yep.
Yeah, we've asked. They
all contributing.
Yep.
Thanks so much.
Thanks
really appreciate it. You're part of the fun here too. And Bernadette, Rachel Holman, you were correct.
Yep.
A couple minutes after we got the answer, but happy that you're contributing. And where's everyone commenting from? Let us know where you're commenting from. Great to see the geographics.
Make that shot there that they were looking for, and so James can take that out.
Let's make it good.
Oh, Andy there piping in again, our guest commentator on
assistant commentator, I think.
Assistant commentator. We're going to recruit him after this.
Yeah.
Hey, give us a shout out and vote if you want. We
might have a few surprise guests tomorrow for some commentating, so we are not sure yet, but we'll have a few, I think.
Rumor has it even Stu Sankey might be commentating.
You're on the yellow. Bumping. This should curl.
As we see this stone come down.
Needs this one to curl.
Down. Give it a
boy.
Yeah, look at that.
Nice shot.
Great shot.
Well, Bryce.
Good shot. Here.
Not sure if you might play the double because you're in trouble.
Alberta. We were in the Sioux and Calgary next week. Yeah, the Sioux STEELE. Great to see that getting up and running. You know, we never want.
Yeah, it was a really great event. I watched a lot of it online.
Never want to discount another great event that's happening, but you know, we always know that teams have to make decisions based on travel budget, lots of different reasons, and appreciate you putting that out there. And hopefully, maybe next year we'll get you over here.
Yeah, it was a really great event. Matt Dunstone over Returnez in the final, and two great teams. Really liking the Matt Dunstone's team. It really is a strong team. Just solid lineup, and
energy, confidence. Yeah.
Just a really solid squad from top to bottom, and. Be careful of those guys come Briar time. Runner-up last year, and very close to winning it. And
first changing of the guard starting to happen.
Yeah. Some new teams to cheer for. A lot of those players have been around for a little while. Good to see Colton Lott on a top team. He's been he's won the junior a few times, and arguably. Dunstone's first win in juniors in Fort Mac. Colton was probably the strongest curler in the tournament, in my opinion, but good to see him back.
We said it at the same time, Moncton. Hugh, you and I having a chance to get to the Briar this year was
we did. We
checked that out.
Went to the London Briar. My good buddy Pete was one of the chairmen of the Briar, and it was great. London always puts on a good show. Always puts on a great show. I've been to a couple of Briars in London. I'm not sure when they'll host their next event. It'll be sometime, because they always. If you're ever wondering about. Thinking about going to London for a curling event, go to London for a curling event. Trust me. Great group of people, and always put on a heck of a show. So, yeah, it was fun.
I got to do morning classes for the first time ever. That was a treat. The clan from Northern Ontario that puts those on, and if you haven't had that was another whole experience. We should do morning classes here as part of the STEELE 1824. You could.
I could be one of the instructors.
Yeah.
So we get a win over on sheet 2 of this Terranzoni. Despite a steal of 1 by Black in the 7th end, they come back, and then the Terranzoni wins that game. So they go through the round robin. It's not really a round robin, is it? It's pool play. So 4-0. Black will be a 3-1. So Black will make the quarters, and Terranzoni will wait and see what the last stone draw. If they make if they go directly into the semis or have to play the quarters.
So we see a lot of talk here from Team Everist where to place this stone.
They're going to have to go hard on this. Got to get by these two yellows.
And that little titch at the end gave them a little bit. Oh, just wait a sec. Hold on one sec. I'm going to hand my microphone over to a guest commentator.
Guest commentator. No, he's made a comment. Now he has to take over the mic. Hey, Mike.
The one and only Mike Fournier.
Mike Fournier has joined me now on the headset. He made a comment behind us.
Hello.
Rob gave him his microphone. What are you thinking of this game?
I'm still trying to catch up. We just walked into the curling club.
Did you?
We just went out for a quick dinner.
A
couple of drinks. So we're catching up. But I don't know. So it looks like Grattan is up 1.
Grattan is up 1, and Everist has the hammer. So we're down to for James's.
That was a pretty great curling shot he just made, actually. That draw, there was about one place he could put it that was pretty good, and that was it. So
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it.
Yeah.
he's definitely got James thinking about this one.
So, Mike, this is your first year back in a couple of years. You've been away for a couple of years, got a new squad, and you're doing pretty good so far in the tournament?
I moved to Ontario,
Yeah.
so I don't have the same team.
Right.
But, I got some new guys. It took me a couple of years to convince them
Yeah.
to come back to the East Coast, but
Oh, good.
they're happy they're here now.
Yeah.
They're having a great time.
Oh, good, good.
This is one of the great spiels in Canada right now.
Great. That's great to hear. You might get to play your old team maybe in the finals.
Oh, that would
be an exciting final, wouldn't it?
That would be sweet.
Do you know all his weaknesses? Do you know his
immensely.
weaknesses and stuff like that?
He doesn't have a lot of weaknesses.
No, he
That's the
doesn't.
problem.
Unfortunately,
He's
it's not
freaking good. So
not many weaknesses to know. So, of course, we're talking about Felix Asselin, who used to play with Mike.
I taught him well.
You did. You did indeed.
What are we playing?
Yeah, not many weaknesses there. They're playing quite well this weekend as well. So.
Yeah, they have been. They have
Yeah.
been. Yeah, they're definitely shooting.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a shot he just made.
So I don't know. I honestly haven't been watching this game. How's it? What do you think?
They both had some chances, a few rollouts on the last one. They haven't. Neither one of them capitalized on some opportunities. So
I'm
it's
going to
pretty
guess
equal.
James is throwing a guard on this one.
Man.
He's going to
Yeah.
make him play the corner guard, run in for the win. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's even for the win. I don't know if he can get a 2 out of that.
Don't know. It'll be pretty tough, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But if he makes it, well earned.
No,
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
It's a big game for Grattan. Grattan's sitting at 1-1, so he wants to.
Yes.
Wants to keep this.
I think I selfishly want Grattan or Everest to win. I'm not sure. I
I
don't know.
think you probably want Everest to win.
My team's sitting
Yeah,
at 3-1.
3-1,
and we're pretty
and,
close, but the good thing about Grattan is he has a bad shootout. So
Yeah,
I
okay,
think we're
okay,
still
you're good,
still good
you're
on him. If Grattan can win, we're still ahead of him. So.
Yeah, and Everest is 1-2, so you don't mind them winning. So they'll just bring Grattan back to the pack, and you'll be sitting golden.
That's a pretty good guard, so I think he's got to play that corner guard run in.
Yeah, I think that is
I think it's all or
he
nothing.
has.
You know, you never know. It could make it and kind of spin and just catch the edge of the 4-foot if he's incredibly fortunate, or he could almost hit it off the edge of the yellow and then onto the red and then make a 2 that way. So he's got a bit of a window to make this shot if he wants to try it. For sure, that's what he's lining up.
Yeah.
You can see he's pointing at that corner guard, and that's his best friend right now, that corner guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's lining her up.
Line her up and see. There's
a couple of good angles.
Yeah.
There's a couple of extra end angles for sure. There's a couple of win angles, and there's a couple of lose angles. So.
He can't touch that yellow, though, can he? Or
You know, if he just kisses the yellow.
Kisses it, maybe.
Just kisses the yellow. I think it goes.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah,
And then
I don't know if it goes enough.
sprays
though.
the red straight back,
Right,
and it
yeah.
might just all sit.
You never know.
2 reds in the 4-foot.
that's what I was
You never
thinking as well. So we'll see.
Oh, that's a tough call.
Oh, it's looking for them to be on and off. They haven't.
They're close. The outside guy's on it. That's not a good sign. Oh, the inside guy. That's close. That's close. They're close. Oh, it's going to be close.
Very close.
Oh, 1.
1. Oh, heck of a shot, though.
Heck of a shot, though.
Heck of a shot.
Extra end.
Extra end.
Extra end. Extra end. I'm for sure not staying to commentate the extra end.
Thanks, Mike. It was great to have you. We'll bring Rob back, and there you go. There's what you pay for those. All that. We get to see one of the elite curlers come and commentate for an end or a couple of shots.
Absolutely, he's on his way to the bar.
He's on his way to the bar. So if you want to see Mike Fortney,
curlers are tonight.
If you come down to the club, you can party with our curlers. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it. Good luck the rest of the way. So, folks, we're into an extra end. We're into an extra end, and we're getting some folks down here who are coming from upstairs to downstairs and getting some noise, but that was quite a shot by Bryce, and came really close to getting his deuce, but it was tough to get deuce. So folks, hopefully you're sticking around to watch an extra end.
Yeah, we've got some folks
we got some folks watching.
Wherever you're from, just
couple hundred
post
people
up in
watching.
the chat. Say hi. Let us know where you're from. Love to interact with you. At least I do. And
so we'll be back tomorrow morning. We got a draw tomorrow morning. And we got a corner, our center line guard, and Andy McCann will come around. And Bryce will be doing everything he can to steal a point.
Running a bit.
No hits allowed on this one.
Just play the weight. Sit.
You want that one to go right out now if you're Team Grattan. You don't want anything hanging around. That's not where you want that.
Big time.
Joel, go Team Grattan and OT time. So Joel is cheering Team Grattan on here online.
Joel Graham, yeah.
Thanks, Joel.
Joe Sweeney, nice shot.
Joseph Sweeney, hey.
Yeah, it was a great shot by Bryce.
Glad you're watching.
Go
Thanks
Grattan.
for joining us.
Yeah, it's great to have your commentary and
going to extra ends here.
Yeah, it's a nail biter, this one. It's an important game. Important game for Grattan. Everest trying to keep any hope alive here and wanting to win, and Grattan wanting to stay up with the guys that are going to be at 3-1. And
so 2-2. I don't think it's gonna
probably not going to get it. It's going to be maybe, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
This one will run a bit. Easy.
Those guards are a little staggered.
Easy.
It's a little staggered. He set up the. Sorry, some folks are trying to talk to me here, everybody. That's why I'm
You're
laughing.
popular, Hugh. You're popular.
I know, we're very unprofessional, and we're not going to be on any major network doing curling events.
I gave up my headset to Mike Fournier.
Yeah, times are rough.
As we're here in the ninth end, extra end, Everest Grattan 5-5.
Rob, I was just going to say, if you're looking on the screen, you want to know who our ice maker is. Right behind us is the guy in the white sweater and the hat there, Adam McKiernan.
Oh, no, he's not in the shot.
Even though I called him Ryan before. His name's Adam.
His name is Adam.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. As our viewers are here.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is the game of the watch right now. It's
where are you watching from, though, folks? Chime in.
We had someone say they were from Colombia the other day. Now, I
had Japan this morning.
I'm beginning to believe that it might have been British Columbia and it just got cut off.
Well, that's an assumption.
Yeah, could have been. Oh, so we got Paul Dobson's going to try to clear out the front. Got to move a little bit to get both of them.
They'll get one.
Just get the one, and so it is lined up for a steal. It's those two at the back of the forefoot. They're not fans, not helping James at all. But you'll see. I think you'll see Bryce get Chris McRae the second stone. Former New Brunswick junior champ, 2-time, to put up a guard on the center line, I think is what he'll be playing. Got lots of legs on this one, so that's not what he's looking for, I don't think. It's coming down a little now.
don't think it's that heavy.
I think it's you better freeze it. Yeah, that's not good.
No.
That is not what he wanted there. That is that's a double peel that I might even be able to make. Likely not, but if I was to make one, that would be one I might make.
May the odds be forever in your favor. Might be in your favor on those ones.
Yeah. You know what I do? I just get all excited because I think I can do it, and then I come out too fast and lose control, and it goes off. And
then you blame it on one of us?
Usually.
Yeah. Even though we had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
You and I curl together. Full confession, Monday nights here at the Halifax Curling Club. So we like to banter a little bit. As we see here now.
By Paul here.
Paul attempting the peel. Get one or two.
Gets rid of both of them, but his shooter sticks around, so not all lost for Bryce.
No.
I think.
And it's lined up pretty straight there on this one.
Yeah, either a long guard here or, even if it comes around, sits in top 12, that's not horrible there.
Yeah.
Where are you going to go?
Don't like that. I like
either too deep this early.
I think the high guard is the shot I'd likely play.
Yeah.
Not opposed entirely to coming around, sitting right where he tapped the broom. Not opposed to that.
I think viewers, top 4, top 12. Where do you put it?
If you're saying the top 4, you're wrong.
I'm just asking the viewers.
No, I know.
Don't be so hard.
I'm just giving them the quick answer, though.
Feel like top 4
but it's not good. It's a little early. This is Paul's. This is only Paul's first, so. Yeah. That's where Bryce will be wanting to go in his last. You got to save that space for him.
Just asking the viewers.
I know. You're doing right up.
Love to get the viewers involved.
Yep, Chris. There.
They helped you in your trivia that you couldn't.
I know.
answer,
I knew the answer to the trivia. I was the one asking the questions
because you didn't know.
Oh,
and this just rubs on the that guard, which you just talked about. Being out there and now sitting top 12.
I got a little bit of thinking to do here. What do you want to do? Where's the that's
got Joel here saying freeze was what Joel online was saying freeze.
Joel.
Now that was probably before the shot was thrown, just with a little bit of the time delay, so he was thinking freeze before that ended up in. Now we see that shot that ticked off the guard.
Like this is the right call here. Get rid of that yellow one's the one that's in trouble, and if you go into the red and you get rid of a whole lot of things, all the better. But
100%, especially with hammer, right?
Yeah, get rid of this. Got to open this up.
Opens up right. Oh,
and great shot.
Yeah.
Great shot, Joel.
Really great shot by Joel Kratz. Gets rid of all those messy rocks out front. That was a
bit of the noise. Gets rid of the noise.
That was unfortunate for Paul. He could not afford to touch that. He could either come around or put a long guard on, but setting up that angle.
Yeah.
You knew one of the guys on Team Grattan were going to make that eventually, and Joel made no mistake there. Great shot. So Joel actually, I think, practices out of this club, I think.
Yeah.
And then meets up with the team, and they're playing in events. And I know he's working with some of the junior curlers here as well, so good on him. A young curler himself, just out of juniors as well. So nice to give something back to the sport. It's really great to see.
That's always nice to see.
And
you can
learn a lot from playing with Joel Gratz as your coach. So for sure, he's great shot again. So it's not over though for Bryce. Put one here. It's I think put a guard up again, and then on your last one, I think you play just biting the top of the 4, hoping for a jam or
a miss.
Yes, you can hope for it, but I'm talking about a realistic hope.
Oh, not Monday night is
not
what you're saying.
They're not playing us.
They're not playing us?
No.
Pros versus Joes?
Yeah. Good rock. Just want to put something out front, and nothing to think about here for James. He'll be just peeling away.
Take your time. I think so. He comes down, maybe. Yeah.
You can't take everything away. Bryce will have a shot, even if James makes this one. I think James will make this. On it all the way.
Super's on it all the way. Want to make sure,
yeah,
but
he made a good shot.
Good.
He's getting greedy. He's trying to get the back one. You're getting greedy.
He's getting greedy. He came close to getting the back one, which would have been just icing on the cake. But now Bryce can put this one at the top of the top of 4. Just biting the 4, I think, is the shot. And James could always jam into one of those, and if he hits it close to the nose, Bryce could win. So I don't think he's playing the freeze. I wouldn't play the freeze. I like just right. He likes the freeze. Yeah, I guess so. It's if you see him, what do you think James will do if Bryce makes this perfectly frozen in there, half on that yellow, and no chance for a hit? I don't think you'll see James play the hit. He'll just, I think, draw right up to it, because he couldn't afford to hit and roll off. So Bryce got to make it first, though.
Yeah, with those stones so far behind the tee line, it really gives a lot of opportunity for.
I think they got to go on this one. Hollering out tee line, so weight should be close. Doesn't look as deep as I. Gotta go for a line, I think. Gotta go.
Just maybe a little deep.
No, well, I think the call was to
go right down and
go
freeze.
Down in. Not too bad. Pretty good. Does a nose hit wins the game.
100%.
Nose hit wins the game. It's just a nose hit. That's what it is. So I didn't mind it a little higher, because a nose hit wouldn't give you the win. But a nose hit will give you the win here. But you can't roll off unless you hit this really thin and drive it past your yellow. Gotta be careful.
What kind of weight are you thinking? Board?
Talking weight now.
You could run it through the hole there too.
We've thrown this a few times. I think if you throw a board, you throw you don't throw a light board. Yeah.
Well, folks, this is the game of the night.
Okay.
This was the
Yep.
this was the big one everybody was watching, going into an extra end. James Grattan, out of the Gage Curling Association, and Bryce Everist of the Halifax Curling Club. Two pretty even teams tonight so far. Both had some chances.
Light
Both
control.
missed a couple of chances, but pretty good curling all around. So it'll come down to this. Nose hit for the win for James Grattan.
Take your time. Good smooth throw here, bud. Yep.
That's it. Just some positive reinforcements. Just a good.
Just
James
positive.
makes these all the time, and that's all you got to think about. Just a
Yeah.
standard throw and just normal control, normal,
Nothing on the line, just a throw.
just a throw. He's made a few of these in his days, so. But Bryce did his job. He gave him something. James has to make a shot.
Weight's good. Might have to.
Nice control weight.
Gotta go.
Should be pretty close.
Wait. Yep. Go. This is curling. Attaboy.
Nice throw
Nose
by
hit.
James
That's
Grattan
it.
for the win. And he gets
Covers
his,
the button.
Played well,
Covers
Bryce.
the button.
Good game, man.
Great game by James
Yeah,
Grattan and Bryce Everist. A heck of a game, folks. So we'll see you here again tomorrow morning at 8:30, I think, or 9:30.
Probably 8:30. Yeah.
Tune in for 8:30 around that time.
Show up.
All righty. Thanks all. Have
Thanks,
a great
everyone.
night. Cheers.
Cheers.